Morning students. Today we are going to start the new lesson, that is the Browning version. It is written by Terence Rattigan. He is a British dramatist and a screenwriter. His plays are typically set in an upper middle class background. So the present lesson tells about two school teachers named Mr. Frank and Mr. Crocker Harris. These are two school teachers. So the present drama is talking about these two school teachers. The Terence Rattigan was born in 1911 and died in 1977. See, let us start. This is an excerpt from the Browning version. Excerpt means it's a piece or an extract from the Browning version. Browning version is a play written by the reference within the play of Robert Browning's translation of the Greek tragedy Agamemnon. That is it's a Greek tragedy. The scene is set in a school. Frank is a young and Crocker Harris middle age. Frank is a young teacher and Crocker Harris is a middle-aged teacher. Both are masters. Taplow is a boy of 16 who has come in to do extra work for Crocker Harris. But the latter has not yet arrived and Frank finds Taplow waiting. So, the young teacher is seeing whom waiting for the teacher? Crocker Harris, Taplow. Taplow is a student. Frank, do I know you? Taplow, no sir. Frank, what is your name? Taplow. Frank, Taplow, no I don't. You are not a scientist, I gather. Taplow, no sir, I am still in the lower fifth. I can't specialize until next term. That is to say, if I have got my remove, all right. Remove me here means promotion. So the Frank is asking him whether he knew this boy or not. So the boy replied that he doesn't know him and he is waiting for his promotion. That is the result. Frank, don't you know if you have got your remove? Taplow, no sir. Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the results like the other masters. Crocker Harris is the middle-aged teacher. He doesn't disclose the result like the other teachers. Frank, why not? Well, you know what he is like, sir? Frank, I believe there is a rule that results should only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of the term. Taplow, yes. But who else pays attention to it except Mr. Crocker Harris? Mr. Crocker Harris is the only person who believes or who follows the instructions given by the head teacher. Frank, I don't, I admit, but that is no criterion. Criterion means rule. So you have got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate, have you? Taplow, yes sir. So I know it. So what did Frank say? Frank said that he did not believe in that. He admitted that there is no such rule, like only the headmaster can announce the result. Frank, supposing the answer is favorable, what then? If you are promoted, what will you do next? Taplow, oh science sir. Sir, of course, I will take science as my specialization. Frank, sadly, yes, we get all the slackers. Slackers means lazy people, idle. Taplow, protestingly, I am extremely interested in science, sir. Frank, are you? I am not at least in the science I have to teach. Taplow, well, anyway, sir, it is a good deal more exciting than this muck, indicating his book. Muck. Here, what is muck? He is asking. Muck is rubbish. Frank, what is this muck? Aeschylus, sir, the Agamemnon. Aeschylus is the it is a dramatist, the author who had written the drama called Agamemnon. So Taplow was having the drama named Agamemnon in his hand. He doesn't like to read which book? That particular drama. Taplow, Frank, and your considered view is that the Agamemnon is a muck, so you consider this drama is a rubbish? Taplow, well, no sir, I don't think the play is muck exactly. I suppose in a way it is rather a good plot, really. A wife murdering her husband and all that. I only meant the way it is taught to us. Just a lot of Greek words strung together and 50 lines if you get them wrong. Frank, you sound a little bitter, Taplo. So you don't like learning the English drama? Taplo, I am rather, sir. Frank, captain, huh? Are you captain? Confirmed? That's what he is asking. Taplo, no sir, extra work. So I had given extra work by whom? By Crocker Harris. Frank, extra work on the last day of the school. You are waiting for the promotion and the teacher had given you extra work. That's what the young teacher is so curious to know about whom? The middle-aged teacher. Taplo, yes sir. And I might be playing golf. So you would think he would have enough to do anyway himself. Considering he is leaving tomorrow for good, but oh no, I missed a day last week when I was ill, so here I am. And look at the weather, sir. So Frank wanted to know, confirm why who is given, Crocker Harris has given whom extra work? Taplo extra work. So Taplo replied that he was very much interested in playing the game golf. And he is saying that Frank would have thought he would have been enough to do anyway himself, considering he is leaving tomorrow for good. So, but no, I missed a day because he was asked to do the extra work by Crocker Harris because he missed a day's class last week just because he was unwell. Who was unwell? Taplo was unwell, so he could not attend the class. That's why Crocker Harris called him in order to do the extra work. Look at the weather. Frank, bad luck. Still there is one comfort. You are pretty well certain to get your remove tomorrow for being a good boy in taking extra. So you are such a good boy. Even though you knew that you will get the promotion tomorrow, still you agreed to do the extra work. Taplo, well, I am not so sure, sir. That would be true of the ordinary masters. All right, from the ordinary masters, I am very sure that I will get the promotion. But Crocker Harris is different. That was the indication of whom? Taplo. They just would not dare not to give a chap a remove after he is taking extra work. But those sort of rules don't apply to Mr. Crocker Harris. I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove, and do you know what he said, sir? I just asked the sir whether he was promoted. And no, Frank, no, what did the Crocker Harris say? Taplo, imitating a very gentle, rather throaty voice. So the student is imitating his teacher. My dear Taplo, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. Do you know, sir, I think he may have marked me down rather than up for taking extra work. I mean, the man is hardly human. He breaks off quickly. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far? He is just telling against whom? Against Crocker Harris. Suddenly he realized that Frank is also a teacher. So he said that, did I say extra about a teacher? Frank, yes, much too far. Taplo, sorry sir, I got carried away. I lost my control. That's what who said? Taplo said. Frank, evidently he picks up a newspaper and opens it. Taplo, yes sir. Frank, what was that Crocker Harris said to you? Just repeat, would you? Can you tell me what did your teacher say? Taplo, imitating again. Again he is imitating his teacher. My dear Taplo, I had given you exactly what you deserve. The teacher, when he asked him about his promotion, Crocker Harris told Taplo that whatever you deserve, I had given you. No less and certainly no more. Kudalum thannittilla, koravam thannittilla. Frank looking severe, not in the least like him. Read your nice Aeschylus and be quiet. So Frank asked him to read the play and said quietly. Taplo with dislike, Aeschylus. Look, what time did Mr. Crocker Harris tell you to be here? Frank is confirming again. What time did your sir ask you to come here? Taplo, 6:30 sir. Frank, well, he is 10 minutes late. Why don't you cut? You could still play golf before lockup. Why did you come here? He is late. You should have gone for what? Playing golf. Taplo really shocked. Oh no, I couldn't cut. Cut means missing. Who's called? This teacher's call. Cut the crock, Mr. Crocker Harris. Do you ask me to cut the Crocker Harris? I shouldn't think it is ever been done in the whole time he has been here. God knows what would happen if I did. he would have probably followed me home or something. So Frank is asking him, you go home because your sir is already late. So who is afraid of Crocker Harris? Taplow. The student is afraid. He said that if he is absent, then what will happen? He cannot even imagine. Frank, I must admit I envy him. Envy him, I am jealous of him. The effect he seems to have on you boys in the form. You all seem scared to death of him. What does he do? Beat you all or something? Frank just wanted to know why the students are scared of whom? Crocker Harris. He asked Taplow whether the Crocker Harris is give him punishment. Taplow, good lord, no, he is not a sadist like one or two of the others. What is a sadist means? The people who enjoys or gets happiness troubling others. So, Taplow is saying that Crocker Harris is not a what? Not a sadist. Frank, I beg your pardon. Taplow, a sadist, sir, is someone who gets pleasure out of giving pain. Frank, indeed, but I think you went on to say that some other masters. So, Frank just wanted to clarify it. About whom do you say that is a sadist? Taplow, well, of course, they are, sir. I won't mention names, but you know them as well as I do. Of course, I know most masters think we boys don't understand a thing, but sir, you are different. You are young, well, comparatively anyway, and you are science. You must know what sadism is. So, Taplow is saying that Frank is not a sadist. Some teachers are there who are very sadist. He is again supporting Frank. Taplow is supporting Frank and said that he is a science teacher. So, he knows what is sadism. Frank, after a pause, good lord, what are our schools coming to? Taplow, anyway, the Croc is not a sadist. That's what I am saying. He wouldn't be so frightening if he were, because at least it would show he had some feelings, but he hasn't. He has all shriveled up inside like a nut, and he seems to hate people to like him. So he is speaking about the peculiar character of whom? Peculiar character of Crocker Harris. He said that the സാധാരണ ആരും അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നത് ഇഷ്ടമല്ല. He is like all shriveled up, means all reduced into a nut size. He has a lot of feelings. He has all shriveled up he has feelings. Crocker Harris has feelings, but he has reduced everything and kept it inside a nut. He doesn't want people like him. It is funny that I don't know any other master who doesn't like being liked. വേറൊരു ടീച്ചറും അങ്ങനെ ഉണ്ടാവില്ല. എല്ലാ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനും കുട്ടികൾ ടീച്ചേഴ്സിനെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നതായിരിക്കും ഇഷ്ടം. പക്ഷേ ക്രോക്കർ ഹാരിസിന് അങ്ങനെയുള്ള ഇഷ്ടമല്ല എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ കുട്ടികൾ അദ്ദേഹത്തിനെ ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്നത് അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് ഇഷ്ടമല്ല എന്നാണ് ആര് പറയുന്നത്? ടാപ്ലോ. ആൻഡ് ഹീ സേയിങ് ദാറ്റ് ഹി ഹാഡ് നെവർ സീൻ സച്ച് ടീച്ചേഴ്സ്. ഫ്രാങ്ക്, ആൻഡ് ഐ ഡോണ്ട് നോ എനി ബോയ് ഹു ഡസൻറ്റ് യൂസ് ദാറ്റ് ഫോർ ഹിസ് ഓൺ പർപ്പസസ്. Taplow, well, it is natural, sir, but not with Crocker Harris. People will not take a chance with whom? Crocker Harris. Mr. Crocker Harris. Taplow, Mr. Crocker Harris. The funny thing is that in spite of everything, I do rather like him. So, Taplow is saying that I know he is very strict and all, but still, who like the Crocker Harris? Taplow, the boy, the student like that teacher. I can't help it, and sometimes I think he sees it, and that seems to be shrivel him up even more. If he understands that the child likes the teacher, but that Crocker Harris does not express it or feels it, he doesn't show that he understood. Frank, I am sure you are exaggerating. Exaggerating means peripicha parayuga. Taplow, no sir, I am not. In form, the other day he made one of his classical jokes. So who is quoting the example of Crocker Harris? An incident happened at Crocker Harris class. Taplow is saying, of course nobody laughed because nobody understood it. എന്തോ ഒരു തമാശ ആര് പറഞ്ഞു? Crocker Harris പറഞ്ഞു. Who did not understand? Children did not understand, myself included. Still, I knew he had meant it as funny, so I laughed. അതിൻ്റെ എന്ത് തമാശയാണോ പറഞ്ഞത് അത് കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ടാപ്ലോയ്ക്ക് മനസ്സിലായില്ല. എന്നിട്ടും ആ പറയുന്ന രീതി കണ്ടപ്പോൾ ടാപ്ലോയ്ക്ക് തോന്നി അദ്ദേഹം ഒരു ഫണ്ണി തിങ് പറഞ്ഞതാണെന്ന് വെച്ച് ആര് ചിരിച്ചു? ടാപ്ലോ ലാഫ്റ്റ്. ഔട്ട് ഓഫ് ഓർഡിനറി കോമൺ പൊളൈറ്റ്നെസ് ആൻഡ് ഫീലിംഗ് എ ബിറ്റ് സോറി ഫോർ ഹിം ഫോർ ഹാവിംഗ് മെയ്ഡ് എ പുവർ ജോക്ക്. ഐ വാസ് ഫീലിംഗ് sympathy for the teacher because who said a joke. Now I can't remember what the joke was, but suppose I make it. Now you laugh, sir. Frank laughs. Taplow in a gentle throaty voice. Taplow. So now he is again imitating Crocker Harris, his teacher. Taplow, you laughed at my little joke. I noticed. I must confess that I am pleased that the advance your Latin has made, since you so readily have understood what the rest of the form did not. Rest of the form means rest of the class ന് മനസ്സിലായില്ല. ആര് പറഞ്ഞ ജോക്ക്? ക്രോക്കർ ഹാരിസ് പറഞ്ഞ ജോക്ക്. അപ്പോൾ ക്രോക്കർ ഹാരിസ് ആരെടുത്ത് പറയാണ്? ടാപ്ലോ എടുത്ത്. നിൻ്റെ ലാറ്റിൻ ലാംഗ്വേജ് വളരെ നല്ലതാണ്, നിനക്ക് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞ ജോക്ക് മനസ്സിലായി, എന്നാൽ ബാക്കിയുള്ള ക്ലാസ്സിന് മനസ്സിലായില്ല. Perhaps now you would be good enough to explain it to them so that they too can share your pleasure. So he asked Taplow to explain that joke to the rest of the class. The door upright is pushed open. ഇത്രയും പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ സൈഡിലെ ഡോർ ഓപ്പൺ ആയി. And Millie Crocker Harris enters. Millie Crocker Harris is the sir's wife. She is a thin woman in her late 30s, rather more smartly dressed than the general run of schoolmasters' wives. Schoolmasters' wives-നെ പോലെയല്ല, വളരെ സ്മാർട്ടായിട്ട് ആണ് ആര് ഡ്രസ്സ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നത്? മിലി. She is wearing a cape and carries a shopping basket. She closes the door and then stands by the screen watching Taplow and Frank. ആര് വന്ന് നോക്കി? ഈ മിലി വന്ന് ഇങ്ങനെ നോക്കി. അപ്പോൾ അവർ ആരൊക്കെ കണ്ടു? ടാപ്ലോയും ഫ്രാങ്കിനെയും കണ്ടു. ഇറ്റ് ഇസ് എ ഫ്യൂ സെക്കൻഡ്സ് ബിഫോർ ദേ നോട്ടീസ് ഹർ. So they were actually, Taplow was imitating whom? Crocker Harris. Who must have observed that? Millie must have observed. Frank. Come along, Taplow. Move slowly above the desk. Do not be so selfish as to keep a good joke to yourself. Tell the others. He breaks off, suddenly noticing Millie. Oh Lord. So suddenly who is actually encouraging? Frank is actually encouraging to imitate whom? Crocker Harris. By the time he noticed that Crocker Harris' wife was there. Frank turns quickly and seems infinitely relieved at seeing Millie. Frank, oh hello, Millie. Without expression, hello. She comes down to the sideboard and puts her basket on it. Taplow, moving up to the left of Frank, whispering frantically, do you think she heard? ആരാ ഇപ്പോൾ പേടിച്ചത്? ഫ്രാങ്ക് പേടിച്ചു. ആര് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവുമോ എന്ന്? ക്രോക്കർ ഹാരിസിൻ്റെ വൈഫ് കേട്ടിട്ടുണ്ടാവോ? ഇയാൾ ആരെ ഇമിറ്റേറ്റ് ചെയ്തത്? ടാപ്ലോ ക്രോക്കർ ഹാരിസിനെ ഇമിറ്റേറ്റ് ചെയ്തത്. Frank shakes his head comfortingly. Millie takes off her cape, hangs it on the hall stand. I think she did. She was standing there quite a time. So Frank പറഞ്ഞു ചിലപ്പോൾ കേൾക്കാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, കുറേ നേരമായിട്ട് അവിടെ നിൽക്കുമായിരുന്നു. Taplow, if she did and she tells him, there goes my remove. So Taplow is in, he is worried because he thought that Millie must have noticed him imitating whom? Crocker Harris. He will not get his promotion. Frank, nonsense. He crosses to the fireplace. Millie takes the basket from the sideboard, moves above the table and puts the basket on it. Millie to Taplow, waiting for my husband? She just turned towards the student and asked, are you waiting for my husband? Taplow, moving down left to the table. Yes. Millie, he is at the Bursars. Bursars is a person who manages financial matters of school or college and might be there quite a time. If I were you, I would go. ഞാനാണ് നിൻ്റെ സ്ഥാനത്തെങ്കിൽ വെയിറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ട കാര്യമില്ല, ഞാനാണെങ്കിൽ പോകും. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ എൻ്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡ് എവിടെ പോയി എന്നാണ് പറയുന്നത്? ഒരു ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ മാറ്റേഴ്സ്, സ്കൂളിലെ ഫിനാൻഷ്യൽ മാറ്റേഴ്സ് ഹാൻഡിൽ ചെയ്യുന്ന ആളിനെ കാണാൻ പോയിരിക്കുകയാണ്. ഹി ടേക്സ് ടൈം ടു കം ബാക്ക്. Taplow doubtfully, he said most particularly I was to come. So the child was not ready to go even though the master's wife asked him to go, because he said that the teacher was very particular and he said that he has to be there at home. Millie, well, why don't you run away for a quarter of an hour and come back? പറഞ്ഞു കൊന്ന് നീ പുറത്തൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് കറങ്ങിയിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു വരാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. She unpacked some things from the basket. Taplow, supposing he gets here before me? ഇപ്പോൾ ടാപ്ലോയ്ക്ക് പേടിയായി, ഞാൻ പോയിട്ട് തിരിച്ചു വരുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് സാറ് വന്നാൽ എന്നെ കാണാതെ ദേഷ്യപ്പെടില്ലേ എന്നായിരുന്നു ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ. Millie, smilingly. I will take the blame. പറഞ്ഞു ഞാൻ ആ കുറ്റം ഏറ്റെടുത്തോളാം. She takes a prescription out of the basket. I tell you what, you can do a job for him. Take this prescription to the chemist and get it made up. So she had given a prescription. മെഡിസിനിലൊരു പ്രിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻ കൊടുത്തിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞു അദ്ദേഹത്തിന് വേണ്ടിയിട്ട് നീ ഈ ജോലി ചെയ്യാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. Tableau. All right, Mrs. Crocker Harris. He crosses towards the door upright and he leaves. That's the end of the drama. So here, especially this drama is about the comparison of the two teachers. One is a youngster, the other one is what? Other one is a middle-aged person. So the younger teacher is very jealous about whom? About the senior teacher, because the students are very much attached to the senior teacher. So that's what we have to learn from this particular lesson, and the students imitating the teachers, that you are all quite sure know about it, isn't it? So that's the end of the story. It's not complete. I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, you can contact me. Thank you.